Yeah.
What up? What up? What up? Y'all know what it is. It's your Brick City's finest. JD and Dave back with another No Country. Y'all know how we do it. And right now, this week, we got obviously a great show for y'all, entertaining. You know how we do. We just come in and just talk our shit. But if you don't know, No Country is the show where we look around the socio-political, pop landscape pretty much and say, read a book.
Real.
But we make it happen and we here to talk our shit. We hope everybody's good tonight. We're gonna get into it. Like I said, we got a couple of things for y'all. If y'all don't know, we've been working out the format. But we getting it together. What's up with you, bro? What's up, Dave?
Chilling on it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm fucking with the little office, the background, trying to get it together. Last week I think we had a lot of fun and a lot of success with our first interview with the brother Head Crack. This week we got something a little similar with somebody else. I think we're gonna just let the lead in speak for itself when we go to that segment. But we want to throw y'all a little something on the back and forth tip, before we get into that. So this week, we're gonna shout out a couple things. But first off, just to jump off into current events. Golden State won number 4 last night.
Number 1, shout out to them boys. I gotta give it to them.
Number four.
Look, so if we're gonna do this real quick, we said I was saying, we was like, we don't know how much we was going to talk about this or not. Obviously we want to congratulate the whole squad. You know what I'm saying? We like to see this type of, unity and, teamwork that is fire. However, right now with I don't know how much you follow sports, Dave, and I don't follow sports supremely, but I know I follow it a little bit more than you.
For sure. Just as tangentially as ever. Yeah, I'm tracking Lego sets and shit. Fuck sports.
Right. So my thing is, they got this whole thing where now, even before Curry and them won this year, they was talking about how oh well, this is gonna put Steph Curry on LeBron's level. You know what I'm saying? And some people can make that argument, some people can't. But that's where it goes into this whole thing where people don't understand when it's arguments that you should not be making in the first place. You know what I'm saying? It don't that don't have nothing to do with nothing. So shout out to Steph Curry, shout out to LeBron James. I don't know why they comparing y'all, but it is what it is.
Yeah, people just gotta have something to talk about, B. And
all the time, honestly, bro.
Those dudes couldn't be more different. Those dudes couldn't be more, varied in their gameplay. And honestly, it really just boils down to, people just want some shit to talk about.
I mean, and that's fine, because we humans, we all like entertainment.
Yeah,
we like to mess with each other. It's just sometimes when you be like, damn, just make it make sense though.
Right.
What's the scale here? What is the scale?
The sensationalism is the scale. Motherfuckers just want to be the first ones to say some shit that's gonna get them to go viral. I would just like to say personally, fuck all that. You can't compare them cats. Peace to the winners. Peace to the Boston Celtics. From what I understand, they had
all the way
playoffs. They body shit in the playoffs. And
young bulls going all the way.
With Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and a couple of those other cats on the team, I would like to say it was probably a good night for light-skinned niggas, in general. You know what I'm saying? And then, not to go off on a tangent, but I heard Drake drop the album, and I mean it's kind of split down the middle. So I guess he was trying to ride the wave a little bit of the translucent nigga coalition. So you know what I'm saying?
Y'all. He's like one of the generals by default. So
exactly. That's what I'm saying. They put the bat. They put the
and I ain't want to talk.
They put the wave caps. Listen, I'm bright, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. We can't really be talking too much shit about our lighter skinned brethren.
Listen, they put the wave cap signal in the air, bro, and it was going down last night. But shout out to everybody who won last night. Fuck it, we all won. We woke up the next morning, so that's what it is, man.
Shout out to them. Y'all keep doing your thing. Congrats. I hope Steph, I ain't even gonna lie. I want to see Steph Curry get 7 rings. I ain't even gonna lie. Just because he could just throw the ball up in the air and it goes in the hole.
I just want to see black people get money and be happy. So if them niggas is
definitely.
happy, if them niggas doing their thing, even if you on a Celtics team and you didn't get a ring, y'all niggas got like 80 billion rings from before, and all of y'all got like some kind of bonus for getting to the playoffs like everybody else do. So you got another couple million in the bank. Sit back, relax.
Bro, LeBron is a billionaire. He's a billionaire playing basketball.
Exactly. So go rest up.
Everybody looking at him like, bro, you don't even gotta be here, man.
Why you here? What you doing?
Just buy the building and go home.
You playing in the indoors like it's the YMCA. Go home, man. Go home. Go home to your court at the house.
Yo, bro, no, you got $1 billion and you can't think of nothing better to do.
Go make another couple Space Jams that ain't nobody gonna like, but HBO gonna keep paying for. It's fine.
Bro, he don't even gotta. He don't how to make. Yo,
he don't gotta do
at
nothing.
At that point, that's what I'm saying. At that point, you could walk into anywhere and people will be like, "What you doing? What are you here? Like, are you doing here? You can only be Bob Ross and be a billionaire and do what you want to do. That's it. Because everybody know you chill about it. Other than that, everybody be like, no, you either gonna be evil or you take your ass in the house and sit down the rest of your life. That's it. That's it. You got $1 billion. Ain't nothing else left to do.
So look, man, we're gonna go into real quick from that. Again, congrats to the Warriors. Congrats to the Celtics that far. Real quick, Father's Day weekend. Shout out to all them cats out there doing it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother right there. Happy Father's Day. I know you're going up top. You're gonna be
same with to you, my brother.
Yes, I got mine in the crib. You know what I'm saying? They bought me the funny ass gag gifts that remind me that I'm trash at golf at all times. And
you ain't old enough yet.
I've never had a more worthy taxing on my pockets. My children, I love them all. Everybody out there, the father that's doing it, not you bum niggas.
You already know.
Child support payments. If you're not putting it down, go fucking put it down. But to y'all niggas that's out here getting it and making sure your kids is having a great life and a great future, salute. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Even if you struggling, but you make sure they know where you at and they can get to you and they can see you. Then you a dad, you a father, you stay there. Don't be running from your kids, no matter who it is, what race or whatever it is you are. If you got to be there for your kids, you ain't got no bread, you ain't got no mind, you ain't got nothing left in your heart for nobody else, but you got to be there. They got to be able to just look at you. That's at the minimum. So like he said, like to all the real fathers out there, to all the real men that's taking care of kids, period.
Even if they're not biologically yours, whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Father figure, if you a daddy to somebody, salute you.
Yes.
Salute you. Real.
Yeah. The real ones putting in that work. Because like I said, I gotta shout mine out. Pop Duke, man. I seen you come out the mud. You got 3 girls, 2 boys, and we do our thing, man. And it's because of you. We saw you go hard. You went hard. You still go hard to this day. You ain't even retired yet, and you still go hard. And you be a real dad. So you an example to me even to this day. And that's why I try to be the dad that I am.
Your father's son, me, son. Like I'm talking about. There's not, and I'm not even going.
You his son too. I mean, well, you know, he love you like he loved me.
I'm not even gonna go there with mine. Cordial peace. Whatever. But your pops hit me with some shit that I kept with me, some jewels that I kept with me forever. And like that's the kind of thing that fathers do, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if they got their flaws, your father is gonna be the one that's gonna give you that cold, hard, real shit. And if they right, they going, even if they got a tough exterior, they got a heart of gold up under them, and they'll do anything for you. So
real quick.
Shout out to Larry. Shout out to my father-in-law. That's another one.
Big dog. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I see you over there. I know he put in the work. Yo, check this out. I wanted to ask you about this because it was this clip that was going around. It's still probably showing a lot. And it's Raising in the Sun, Denzel Washington, when he talking to his son. and the son asks him, why you never like me?
Yeah.
He said, why I gotta like you? You know what I'm saying? Didn't I do this? Didn't I do that? So my thing is that I wrote on it where somebody said, oh, that's about responsibility. That's the responsibility of a father. And I was like, no, but that's not what the scene was about. The scene was about you getting your respect. He was saying, what I do for you, I'm supposed to do, but you just make sure people, you know what you supposed to get. You make sure people treat you right, whether they're your father or whoever. You make sure people treat you right. And I think that's the bigger sacrifice, just like moms make their sacrifices. The biggest sacrifice from the male thing is like, however it comes out that it feels about me, I gotta give you the real. I gotta teach you right. I have to. We
gotta give you that. We gotta give them that shield and that sword. The mom.
And you got 3 boys.
I remember it's either way though, but the mom is gonna give them the nurturing. They're gonna give them that, that love and affection and that sensitive side that a kid needs. And the father's gonna be the one that's gonna, have to harden that shell and teach them how to be self-sustaining, sufficient, not
it up.
Somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Not fucking up, like just be a whole individual and contribute to society. Like to me, that's the role of a father. And again, everybody who on a job, salute. Not straighten your shit the fuck up, B. Stop playing. 100%. Ain't nobody asked you to have kids, nigga. Do your shit.
Get on your shit. One.
So from that,
moving along.
We're gonna roll to the next joint. All right, so I got something a little loaded up. We was talking about it earlier this week. We're gonna hit it real quick because we got other shit boiling. But so this week, I guess it's like a theme, right? With like when animals attack, but is they really attacking though? Because like when we think about it, look, we ain't even gonna go into it. Let's go to the first thing, bro. We're gonna go into the shit we was chopping it up on some shit.
Oh, this one is hard. I seen other people talking about this too.
Bro,
So people, y'all should be a little bit aware of it. If you're not, this is the story of an elephant that not only murdered somebody, went back to the funeral, dashed that, then went back to the crib, dashed that. I mean, stood over the body,
homies,
took the body back and smashed that. So
took the homies, went to the crib, fucked up all the crib, fucked up her goats and shit. Like, bro,
killed the animals at the crib,
nigga. I'm like, the question that just bears repeating for me.
It's the question that every Black American I know is wondering.
What you do to that nigga, bro? What you do to this elephant, son? What did you do?
Because that was a personal vendetta.
I mean, son,
you could tell me elephants don't know math, but I know they know something.
They know vengeance, nigga. They know
Batman. They know Batman.
Listen,
they know something.
I'm like, what was she? Was she wearing her child's tusk as a necklace? Like, you know what I'm saying? Did you go and like shit in the water hole? Like, fam, what?
No,
elephant.
We gotta go darker. We gotta go darker.
On. Just like the legend Chris Wallace, B.I.G., a big nigga has yet again redefined beef. Bro. What's on site? On site is when it go past death.
No. Yeah, nah, that's not on.
On site is when I'm spraying a funeral procession after I clapped you out. That's crazy.
No, we ain't gonna call that on site. Let's call that that 3,000. That forever. Forever. Yes, nigga. I don't care if you ain't moving.
Forever.
I'm coming to get you. Still.
Hey, yo, shout to Indian news. Shout to news in whatever country that was. Not shout. This is sarcasm. Fine. They showed the body on TV. They showed how the ass prints from the elephants in the huts. Like, bro, this was some graphic shit. This was not a isolated, bugged out incident.
So she wasn't like a trainer of the elephant. Like, what previous history did they have? Now I'm thinking she had to violate in some type of way
Dead ass.
Either that or she looked like somebody that violated
I don't
in a
know.
certain type of way, because this elephant had it out for that particular, and this is a woman, had it out for her. That was it.
No, that don't mean she wasn't fucking the game up, man. Listen, man, that's
Bruh.
listen.
Like I
again,
said, I don't want to get too crazy over what she could have did to the elephant, bro.
You can't, because then you don't want no elephants on your ass. That's that. I
Obviously,
just know
Gary Larson would love this shit.
Damn, he would. The Far Side shit.
Yo, because he be having elephants call niggas' houses all the time. Show up in the closet. You know, it's just elephants in the worst places on your ass. Like,
So look, it's funny, right? Because you say that, and that leads into our next thing, right? So speaking of stalking and staying on the animal topic, right? So you showed me a video, right, of some crazy shit. And it had to do with some young family out where the fuck they wasn't supposed to be.
That would be that was the Darwin nominee for me this week.
For sure. Listen, the Darwin is, you know what I'm saying? It's come on, it's necessary. But I'm just saying, like, so we're gonna run into this little clip real quick. This is basically some shit that we came across. It was in the same vein. Doing too much, not minding your fucking business.
Look at this. Oh, you got the beer in the back. You just gonna walk. I ain't saying run.
He ain't running. Why he running?
What I'm saying is stop. You stopped and turned around. You stopped and turned around.
Why you there?
Why is your baby son, the other baby son, closer to the bear than you?
The young family was hiking in Whistler, Canada, a town north of Vancouver. Y'all went to go walk through a bear backyard.
Look at him.
Yo, hold up. Dog. Why the little kid, the only one that make any motherfucking sense? You know what he kept saying? He said, when do we play dead? He's like, yo, let's get this out.
No, bro. Because look, he want to do something smart because he think that it's a game.
Because it's bad.
His parents know better than it being a game, but they acting like it's a game. Son. Because look, how you going to turn to your son like we in the supermarket and say, could you walk faster, please? With the bear behind you. Walk faster, please. Am I not grabbing? What we recording ourselves getting stalked by a bear. And then once that starts happening, now what? We got proof that a bear did it?
I need to challenge the terminology of stalk. See, you know how white people frame shit. White people want to tell you their own story and say they was the victim. How you gonna stalk some shit in your own backyard? If you in my house and I'm creeping up behind you with a motherfucking Glock or goddamn rolling pin, I'm not stalking you, nigga. I'm surveilling my property. This goddamn bear is the only motherfucker in that video who is where he's supposed to be.
And I totally agree with you, because this is one thing where, especially even more so than with humans, I love when people get their upcomings from animals. I mean, more than humans. So you fuck around, you gonna get fucked around. That's it. And
games, stupid ass prizes. So your kids almost got ate like fucking gummy bears, nigga, by a real ass bear. You're wilding.
And y'all walking like, oh yeah, we just good. Like, chill. Oh, slow down and stop. Let me wave at the bear. Oh yeah, hey bear. Yeah, okay. If I make myself look big with a snack time baby on my back. Oh yeah.
The only goddamn cognizant thought in the entire family is the little boy. You're talking about, can we play dead now? He like, yo, let's get this shit over with. Let's make this nigga a non-factor in this situation. Because I've seen Sesame Street enough to know that this is terrible. And we could have stayed in Utah for this shit.
Yeah. And look, wait a minute. I'm just now realizing that was 3 kids.
3 kids, B.
The one on the dad's back, the one in the mom's arm, and then the boy that was walking. And
yo, white people
not moving.
You're not gonna convince me. White people training for some shit. They know what's coming. That's why It ain't no black people in Mad Max because they have fucking killed and eaten us all by that point. Getting ready for something, my nigga, because you got little toddlers in the woods with bears and shit.
Yeah, not Karen.
White people jog in 30-degree weather in booty choker shorts. It's alarming.
I ain't messing with you, bro. We ain't going down that path, but yeah, that was that right there. That bear. Get your family away. Keep your family away from bears, please.
Let's just leave bears alone. Leave them alone.
Thank you. Would you please? Yeah, but anyway. Yeah, there's been a lot of animal stuff going on. But yeah, so that was our little lead in, our little Darwin thing going on. I think that was a Darwin for this week. 100%.
I think so. I think that's definitely
whole family might be doomed. I'm sorry to say, except the little boy, according to Dave, he might make it.
He was on his shit. He's the only one that missed that got the achievement award for actually being on his toes. That's the only one.
All right, so we're gonna let the little boy. He just gonna get a honorary. He not gonna get a actual award. But we moving along.
Chase,
like my man said, we definitely got another. We got another interview for y'all this week.
Yeah.
Pre-record. You want to do the intro? Should I knock it out? What you want to do?
It's an intro in the intro. So let's
okay. So then let's get right to it. Then y'all know what it is. No Country, JD and Dave. Here's our new interview for y'all this week. Y'all stay well. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Yeah.
What's up? Y'all know what it is. Brick City's finest back again, once again with No Country. Right now, we about to get into our little interview bag. We got special guests. Everybody's special guest, but we got a special guest that slid through. Yes, family to friends and the family to the show. We want to introduce brother. He's an author, actor, the evenings,
MC extraordinaire.
Yes, MC extraordinaire. Brother was on The Wire with me. He played Poop on The Wire, and right now you can catch him in a bunch of things, and especially as on We Own the City. I want to introduce y'all to a close friend of mine, my homie, CHANEY. What's going on, bro?
Yo, what's up, man? What's up, brothers? What's good, man?
Good, we good. How you, man?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm glad to be on the platform.
Absolutely, man. Glad to have you for sure.
Yeah, we building it up. So yeah, I had to put the dancer in there. You know what I'm saying? I know you be getting down, bro. I remember back in the days. You know, you from Baltimore, so you know. I mean, you from DC, so my fault. So you know how to get go. You know,
it's the area. Yeah. It's the area. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Y'all know I started as a dancer, man, but I leave that up to my kids and my granddaughter now.
Right,
yeah,
right.
I'm straight acting now and rapping.
Yeah.
Nah, I got you, my brother. You already know. So like we said, thank you for coming to the show. Just wanted to give a quick rundown real quick, you know, for people who don't know, but I'm pretty sure like a lot of people that's tuning in already know, especially with us going through the Wire 20-year anniversary right now. You know what I'm saying? It's good for us to, you know, link up and talk. So my man CHANEY, like I said, he's a DC native, right? Born and raised.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely, man.
Yeah, and he's been doing entertainment from a young age. Like you said, he started out, you know, doing his dancing thing, and then that blossomed into you know, the field of acting. I happened to meet him on the set of The Wire the first day we were shooting, and I'm gonna say this, that he was real open with me and honest with me. Like he was like, "Yo, it's a lot of stuff that I'm not gonna be sure about. So if it's something that, you know what I'm saying, we need to get through and you need to tell me, just tell me and let's work off that." And me and him always had a great working relationship. And that's why Poop and Bodie, I think that's where a lot of our chemistry came from, because it was like an honest thing where it's like we was really like trusting each other and we was really kicking it, you know?
Yeah, man. I definitely, you know what I'm saying, definitely got to piggyback off that. You know, a lot of people might not know that The Wire was actually my first job as an actor.
I was
that was my first audition ever. So, you know, coming on the set, you know, meeting JD for the first time and knowing some of JD's work from like Oz and, you know, some of the other great things that he's done, I was like, man, I'm on here with, you know, brothers that really been in the game for a minute. So yeah, you know, just me being open and honest, man, and you always being like a big brother to me, like, yo, Yo, I'm here for you, whatever you need to know. I just always appreciated that about you, you know, and still to this day, man, you know, we did The Wire. I'm looking back now, I'm like 20 years. That's crazy, you know. I mean, just to be on the show, groundbreaking, critically acclaimed, iconic, you know, people still talking about it 20 years later. But then to, you know, link back up in 2015 with Saints and Sinners, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
you
but
know,
remember, we worked probably like 2 or 3 times together before that. We
well,
did
we always,
we did little Cash Rules together. We
yeah,
did a
yeah,
couple
yeah.
of other little joints
Guns and
together. We were
Grams,
just
Guns and Grams.
Yeah, we did.
Guns and Grams, right? We were just floating around, just doing stuff. But you know, we gonna crisscross and we gonna bounce back around. And you
Right.
know, with that pedigree of you trying to work, and you know what we was doing, definitely we was gonna stay working together. And to go into that, you produce a lot of stuff right now too.
Yeah, man, most definitely, man. You know, I just produced a joint called Scam City that JD is in. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I guess being on set for all those years, it taught me a lot, not just being an actor. It taught me a lot of stuff behind the scenes and just coming in producing, meaning whether that's pulling together the budgets, you know, getting the actors together, hiring directors, writers, producers. And I found a love for that, you know. So with Scam City coming out in November, then another film that I did, a short film called Truthless, that's on Amazon Prime right now. Same deal, you know, putting together the budget for it, getting the producers, hiring the writers, and you know, starring in it as well. The difference that I always share with a lot of people that, you know, say, well, what do you like better? I can't really pinpoint which one I like better because I always give everything 100%. But I know for a fact when producing is not just me showing up as an actor and leaving when it's over. Like I'm there from the beginning to when everybody else leaves. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's definitely something different for me. But I enjoy it, man. And then just being able to, you know, pass the ball to my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Get my brothers the alley-oop and say, hey, man, I got something that I'm doing. I want you a part of this. What we got to do to work it out. And just, you know, just building, man, making things work in this industry. That's what it's about, the networking.
Yeah. I feel like that sets up, you know, a question I had, you know, on the production side. You know, I've done acting in my past, but over my you know, adulthood, I've done more in the music lane. And I know you know, you got bars, and I've seen a couple of your videos, and you know what I'm saying, you putting in work. Speak to how that production aspect, you know, carries over into the music, because I know for myself, I've been, you know, not just the artist, but like an executive producer. I put together projects, and it's kind of that same mentality you talked about. Like, you know, you don't just come up and write a verse, or
Right.
or you actually are integral to the project coming together. So, you know, speak to how that translate to music for you. Let us know what you got coming up on that scene, if you even, you know, really still rocking.
Most definitely. Yeah, man. So the music for me, you know, that's one thing. Another thing that a lot of people may not have known. I started off as a hip hop dancer and rapper, you know, so from age 8 years old to maybe like 18, I was always performing. You know, some of my OGs to this day, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, Slick Rick, you know, Snoop Dogg, like, you know, getting a chance to, you know, be around those guys at a young age to now, you know, them seeing me come back into the music. The way that all ties in is, you know, me writing, and again, finding the right production, finding the right producer that really fits me, and then also trying new things. And a lot of times, you know, when I hear certain beats, I don't necessarily produce the beat, but you know, I give like the producer my vision of how I wanted to sound when it comes to mixing, mastering, engineering it, and certain, you know, certain sounds that I want to hear throughout the beat. So, you know, to answer that question, that it, you know, that's another thing that I'm like 100% hands on, you know, when it comes to the production. And then even writing, I write a lot of my music, but I'm never shy. I never shy away from, if a writer comes up and says, hey Trey, I got these records, I think you would sound good reciting these words. You know, I work with a lot of writers too. I got a nice writing team, you know, so it collectively we all on the same page. Everybody's on one accord to get that one song or that one album, you know, put out. And then with the visuals, I got to shout out my brother I Am Don Juan, who's actually from DMV as well. Don Juan, you know, that's my guy who I can call at any given time. I don't care if it's early in the morning, late at night, and say, man, I got a vision for this video. Let's put it together. You know, I mean, so it's all about, you know, the team and me getting with him and saying, okay, this is my vision for it. He shoots it. I'm in the editing room with him when he's editing, and I just feel like, you know, just the excitement of being in the entertainment business as an actor and as a hip hop artist is also teaching me a lot as well. You know, it's a lesson. So yeah. I'm all about always trying to learn different things, trying to learn how to, you know, edit, trying to learn how to engineer or produce. You know what I mean? Because right now, man, I just feel like, you know, I'm at the beginning and I'm just getting started. You know, even with having 29 videos out, MTV, BET airing these videos, and I still feel like it's the beginning. I'm like, man, I ain't seen nothing yet. You know, and I'm just happy to still be relevant in this business and continue to do what I do.
Well, that's one thing that I gotta say, and it really, because usually, you know, with me, like, you know, I give people the energy they give me back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And one thing that I always saw in you was, I was like, yo, Trey, he like you said, like you just explained, you go get it. You know what I'm saying? You create your own spaces, your own lanes. You know what I'm saying? If you have a vision, an idea, you make sure that you see it come to fruition. And that's something that I was like, yo, I 100% always respected that about you. You know what I'm saying? Then you carry that over to your whole dedicated fathers situation. And it just goes to show, like, yeah, when people have, like, you know, that focus and really want to do, you know, really have a vision and want to do what they want to do, that they can make it happen. And that's how I'll be watching you, bro. And I'll be appreciating you for that, man. And I'm glad you keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I appreciate that, JD. You know, and for real, man, you play a big part in all this as well, man. I mean, because everything, like I said, since we met in 2002, you know what I'm saying? And just sitting up here thinking about that's 20 years ago, you know? So me starting off where I started, and I remember them days, man. I was just talking to somebody the other day about when I used to come to your trailer on a wire, and we used to just sit in there. It's funny how you used to always rap all of Eminem's records. You remember that?
Yeah, that was 2002.
We was living together around that time, so that's all we
used to rap like all the time in your trailer, and we used to compare like artists, and I used to be like, "Is JD a rapper?" Like, wait, like
he was living with me and my rap enclave. So you know, it was always around. Like, we was in the studio. That was when we was working at Hit City with Nelly people. Like, he was always around that, but like, yeah, that makes sense. Cause
exactly. So I used to just watch that, man, and I always said, I'm like, I learned so much. You know, I know when to just sit there and really just, you know, be a sponge and just soak everything up, man. And JD, you always, like I said, to this day, you know, 20 years later, have always been there, and just, you a motivation and an inspiration to me, man. Like, I always was like, yo, JD, what can we do? Or what, you know? So when it came a time when we both in these positions to be like, all right, let me pull my brother up on this, or let me pull my brother up on this. The feeling is just mutual. We go back and forth with opportunities for each other. And then, you know, with the family oriented side of us, you know, I mean, the industry is one thing, but you know, the way you are with your brother, the way you are with your daughter, you know what I'm saying? And your moms, I met your moms at the Saint Sinner's premiere party. Like, I mean, we got a lot of similarities in so many ways, you know, so that's why this energy will always be connected. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't all about just the industry. You know, the industry is one thing, but man, outside of that, we live a real life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's one thing about the Wirecast. We do have I think, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of casts that keep in touch, but for us to be such a big cast and, you know, everybody to be everywhere, it's great how, you know, how much we do all kind of, you know, keep in touch and check in on each other. And real quick about the whole rapping thing too, at the time, like I used to do that too in order to like kind of warm up. You know what I'm saying? I think I probably mentioned that to you. I used to do that to stay warm, you know, whether it was like me like getting into a different mental space or whether it was just me getting my mouth, you know what I'm saying, ready to say my lines. But I used to do that a lot of times to stay warm.
And I didn't understand what you were doing. I was just like, I was like, yeah, JD just, but at the same time, you know, those are moments, man, that I'll just never forget. Those Wire days, man, when, like you said, I used to come up to you, Larry Gilliard, you know, Wood Harris, Wendell Pierce. I used to come up to y'all like, yo, I don't understand this. I ain't even know what I was supposed to be in my trailer and hair and makeup, and I ain't know none of that. You know, y'all taught me all
and
of
that's
that.
what I'm saying. Like you were so transparent with that with me, and I was like, oh shit, like I got you, bro. Like because some people won't do that. Most people wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Most people would be like, you know, quiet and then be looking all weird, or you know, they'll lash out because they get defensive. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll end up looking isolated because they don't know what to do. But it was like he was like, yo, what I'm supposed to do with this, and I was like, all right, bet. And it was like, so that's how we wrote it, like, and all the way down. And then, like I said, like I saw you, you know, starting to understand quick. You was picking stuff up. You was like, hey, I'm doing this. All right, I'm squatting out with him, and this is how we gonna move. JD, how we doing this scene today? Well, what can we add? How can we do this? How can we build on that? So that's another thing. Like we never overdid it, but we always made sure we got the most out of, you know what I'm saying, what we was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like people remember that whole when they started letting me go crazy with some of the improv stuff with the cowboy with the reverse walk and the chicken wing, stuff, all of that stuff, like, and we was just able to, you know, they gave us a little leeway when it came to us. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, brother. Most definitely.
So we built on something. We definitely did. Go ahead,
That's a
Dave,
great place to kind of to piggyback onto, you know, another little subtopic. Right now, you rocking with We Own the City, which is piggybacking off of that, you know, that some of that camaraderie, that you know, familial you know, love or whatever from The Wire into this new show that David Simon, I believe, is a writer on, a producer on. It also takes place in Baltimore, and you know, you flipping the script a little bit. You know, he was a hustler in The Wire, and now you playing a cop. And you know, speak to how that experience is for you right now, and basically, you know, what that means to kind of be a part of like historic record for your city. Because I mean, for your area, it might not be Baltimore, but you know, just kind of like,
well, it's love, man. Love to Baltimore forever. I mean, if it wasn't for B More, I might not be sitting here now. You know, I mean, the groundbreaking show of The Wire, and now We Own the City. Me being from Forestville, Maryland, Washington, D.C., and one thing that I can point out to when it comes to me playing this police officer, Gordon Hawk, on We Own the City, is relationships in this business is the key. A lot of people, you know, may not know, I kept in contact with David Simon, Nina Noble, George Pelicanos for the last 15 years, whether it was an email, hey, how you doing? How the family doing? I mean, just because like I said, like JD said earlier, we all like family on The Wire. We became family. It's times where it wasn't even, nobody even discussed The Wire. We discussed each other's wives, kids, you know, stuff like that, you know. So I kept in contact with David Simon, man, for all these years. And when I got the call last year in I want to say it was July of 2021, 15 years later, 20 years later, they like, hey, we're putting together this show. We've been trying to get this show picked up or off the ground for the last maybe 10, 15 years. And when they started speaking about what We Own This City was about, which was, you know, the Baltimore Police Department Gun Trace Task Force, like the most notorious unit in policing history, you know, all of the dirt that they was doing to the citizens of Baltimore, all the cops. I had heard about that story, you know, during the whole Freddie Gray situation that went down. I heard about this story, but when it came time for me reading for this character, I didn't really know the whole overall deal of what I was actually getting into. I just my role is I'm a police officer that works for the Harford County Narcotics Task Force, and my partner is David McDougal, who's a real cop, you know, in real life.
Oh, wow.
And our job is really focusing on, you know, locking down the dealers who are serving these fiends the drugs that's killing them.
Right.
But we're almost like the probe that sets the gun trace task force in motion, because from the scenes that people see that I'm doing in the show, you know, if I'm tracking a drug dealer and then I go to get the tracker and it's another tracker under there, it's like, okay, where did this come from?
Yeah.
The whole time the gun trace task force is tracking them so they can rob them.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I mean, the show is incredible how David Simon and George and Nina put together how the cops are a gang, like how they taking advantage of people. It like brothers like us three on here right now, urban brothers, African American brothers. We look a certain way. They might just come up on you and throw some drugs right there behind you and then lock you up.
Look,
Moose just got 300,000.
Yeah, your man just good. You listen,
Young Moose. Yeah.
Yes.
And Young Moose, shout out to Young Moose. He's a part of the show. He has a role in the show.
I seen the episode.
Easy, go Moose. Shout out to Moose.
The episode he was on the day before that story came out. So it was like, just the connection was crazy. And I mean, you speaking to it, man. When I'm looking at some of the stuff, I'm like, yeah, this is super real. And I mean, the realism, you know, relates from that show, We Own the City, to The Wire as well. And it's just like like I said, it's not even like you doing acting. It's like you're committing historical record. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like, people gonna look back on the history of Baltimore, and these shows are gonna be integral to understanding, you know, a lot of stuff that goes on out there, man. There was one other thing though I wanted to kind of keep in the realism aspect. So, like, are you doing a dialect coach for John Bernthal, bro? Because he's killing the accent, man.
Yeah,
you know,
John,
he's keeping in the whole. He keep you in it, bro. Like, for real.
You know, John is from DC.
Oh wow, okay.
So John, I mean, being on set with John Bernthal and, you know, Josh Charles, like Josh is from Baltimore.
You got some
like these dudes
in there, bro.
So it was almost like a connection. Well, not almost. It was a connection to that story that they already came with. And then when you see people like Jamie Hector, who played Marlo on The Wire, you know, playing Sean Suter, and then you got Jermaine Crawford, who also plays a cop. He played Dookie. I mean, for what David Simon and them did, man, bringing all of us back together, because, you know, nobody knew who was cast until we got on the table read.
Wow.
And once we started seeing each other, you know, I mean, it was like, all right, we see John and Josh, but me and Jamie was on the table read, like, hold up, you doing what? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was
then it started, you know, it must have been funny, like, as you see people come in, you like, wait, now Dookie, now Marlo, now me, now we trying to do this, we trying to do this again.
It was that, and it was even more of that being like physically on set, because we were seeing everybody. Like, my trailer, I'm like, wait a minute, I know that's not Jamie, you know what I'm saying? Or I know that's not. And then the JD, the makeup artist, Miss Debbie, Sandy, everybody from The Wire, except I want to say Belton. Belton wasn't there as far as the hair.
I know B working. Yeah, he working somewhere else. But
he was
them all, man. Get them all a hug for me, man. Tell everybody, man. Not to say that I won't pop up eventually, but give them a hug for me right now. Definitely. Me and David, we chit chat every now and then on Twitter. We kick back stuff every now and then. Y'all know, like I said, there's people that we definitely stay in touch with. But it's funny because, like, it was like on set, like, it wasn't a lot of time to be wasting words, like kicking to people. So when we were talking to David, or we was talking to Nina, or we were talking to Ed, it was like shit had to matter. You know what I'm saying? We would talk, and they would talk back to us about stuff of substance. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why it's cool, because I don't think it's a lot of people that can just, you know, hit up the producer
and just stay in touch with the writers and do that. I don't think that's
we got that relationship. We got that relationship with them, man. And like I said, to reach out like 20-something years later and say, okay, Trey, this is the road, but now we get ready to fly you out here back to be more. Because I'm in ATL, so they like, okay, we flying you back out. You living back out here for 2-3 months, and I mean everything that I asked them for. It was almost like, yeah, all right, whatever, you got it, whatever you want. I mean, because not only am I acting in it, but they picked up a song. They picked up one of my records in the show. So it's almost like I ain't just coming in as police officer Gordon Hawk. Now we negotiating for Trey CHANEY, the artist, for my song.
Right.
So
royalties and all that. Yeah.
It all worked out. And I mean, JD, it worked out.
Speaking of music, real quick, we want to touch base real quick on Rolling Stone just put out a top 200 hip hop albums of all time list. Did you hear about it?
Yeah, I did hear about it, and I seen a lot of people mad.
Energy immediately, you feel it.
I seen a lot of people mad about it. I mean, but Rolling Stone, I mean, it's Rolling Stone, and they might not necessarily, they're not gonna make everybody happy. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
but do you think it's a good list? Period.
No, not period. No, not period. And I mean, because it was something they didn't even. I don't even think they had Nas. Where did they have?
They had Nas somewhere crazy like 24, 25 or something.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Cardi B was above Nas, bro. Cardi B was above Nas,
but that's what tripped me. That's what tripped me out though, because I was like, Cardi was in the beginning of a lot of people, ahead of a lot of people. Yeah.
There's no disrespect to Cardi, man.
At all.
She got a great, catalog out there. She, got whatever team behind us making her music pop. The personality's great. But like to me, you're not gonna put that album above hardcore. There is no Cardi without Kim, bro. Like Kim is
Kim. What I didn't even see hardcore in the top.
It's like 19.
Hardcore,
and then Cardi is like 15 or some shit like that. Like,
bro,
I'm like, that don't even make sense. Like Kim was a phenomenon, bro.
They didn't get it right. Because some people get it right, and some people just don't.
The Black Album was like 100 and something.
Oh my God! Look, JD, imagine us talking about this list back in the trailers of the Wire days. You would have been going crazy in that trailer.
I was going crazy before we got on here. We being a little reserved because that energy for the show tomorrow. But yeah, we gonna get it. We gonna get into this.
Listen, bro. I seen Chance the Rapper, and this is no disrespect again to nobody on the list, but I seen Chance the Rapper above Cuban Links. I'm like, what are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? Are we talking about relevance to the people that made this list or to history, on record? Because
but Rolling Stone always put out something crazy on hip hop. Like they not even, I feel like, and I hope I'm not saying this in a weird way, but they shouldn't be putting a list about hip hop out.
I feel
not only that, and I said I feel like they trolling us.
I was gonna bring that up.
That's how I feel.
They're poking the bear. I think like when I first looked in the list, even in the bottom 200, it was like, I don't know how familiar you are with Freddie Gibbs, Trey.
Oh
but
no,
like,
Freddie, yeah.
They got a Freddie out. They got Bandana in there in like the bottom 10, which ain't even crazy because it's an excellent album, but I wouldn't expect you to put that up in the 10s and 20s because it just came out like 3 years ago.
Exactly.
But then they got cats in there with that album I've never heard of in my entire life. They got mixtapes in there above like a dope creditors, and it just
they didn't get it right.
Yeah, I think it speaks to what JD said, man. I think they might have been kind of poking the bear.
JD said they trolling us. They wanted that. They want this reaction.
They want these clips. You know what it is.
To like look. It was certain places like we like looking at. I'm asking him like where is certain stuff, and you just like when he tell me to know, I'm like that's impossible. There's
crazy.
no way. And then you have something that don't even belong in that range, like way in front of it. Like man, it was
outrage
crazy.
marketing. Call it outrage marketing because they want you to be salty.
Yeah.
You go on your platform and you talk about this shit, and then they get more clicks. Like, that's what it's got.
It was not in order.
That's
at
what
all.
it's
At all.
So with that, let's kind of roll into something we like to do on our show a little different. We want to throw the ball to you, man. Like, if it's anything that you want to kind of like, chop it up on, maybe promote or just ask us, whatever it is, like we want to have this open conversation. We don't want it to just be a real regular interview. So like,
all right. Well, one thing I definitely got to promote, and this is the first time that I'm bringing this up, and it's so dope. While JD is on here with me right now, we just shot the Wire 20-year anniversary music video. So I wrote this record along with my crew, my team. CR the Show produced the song. My partner E1 Letter, my writing partner, we collaborated on the lyrics. And me and JD actually, I want to say last Sunday or 2 Sundays ago, we shot this video. I put it out June 2nd, which was the 20-year anniversary of The Wire. And a lot of the bloggers, they ran with it. But today, first time I'm announcing it, I got the call from BET that they're getting ready to air it. I don't got the air date yet, but this is something that's getting ready to like really make some noise, because I did this like I do all of my other music projects. I was explaining to artists the other day, I do all of this stuff almost like when nobody's paying attention or nobody's watching. Yeah. So once it's out, it's like, all right, where did this come from? So it's almost coming as a shock to the world when this hits national television. Another video that JD is in with me, because our video that we did a couple years ago, You Think You Know, that's still running on BET Jams.
Wow. Okay.
So now to have the Wire 20-year anniversary tribute music video getting ready to premiere on this platform, but not just BET, not just the regular channel. We talking BET UK, BET Africa. Because the Wire is such a cultural, phenomenon experience. They're like, we're going to give you a different type of level of push, and I'm not signed. Yeah. So this is all from my company, CHANEY Vision Entertainment. No deal, no label head over top of me saying, "Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that." So I'm really excited about it. I'm glad that I was able to announce it, on this joint right here with my brother.
Appreciate you. Matter of fact, we're gonna definitely get a copy. Send us a link of the video. We'll throw it up in here, man. And
dope, man. And for real, we gotta definitely get a link to everything you're doing, man. If you want to shoot us something, we'll post it up on the page. We'll post it up on the interview. Man, personally, it's been a great pleasure and honor, man. I'm enjoying your work. I've seen The Wire, you know what I'm saying? I've seen, I'm watching We Own the City. Shout out to some of your older work back on what was it, America's Most Wanted? I gotta go see that. I gotta see that.
Man, don't ever.
I saw that.
I gotta see that.
Don't bring that up again.
Yo, at least I ain't say you was stripping in the evening. That's your man's right there.
Oh my God. Damn. Bro, I'm telling you, man.
For everything, bro. All of it, man.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you, Trey, man.
JD, I'm telling you, man, you are my brother, man. And I got so much. A lot of people, I don't even care if they get sick of seeing us, but I got so much stuff lined up for me and you, bro. It's getting ready to, I'm getting ready to do some serious things with us, man. And I know you got a whole bunch of stuff lined up as well. I'm honored to be on this platform. Dave, it's an honor to meet you, brother. I feel like I met you before,
You might have. I came out to the set a couple times back in the day.
Yeah,
like way back, like when it was actually shooting. But
oh, y'all, before I forget, August 6th in Jersey, I'm opening up for Tretch.
Wow.
So y'all definitely gotta come out.
Fire. I was just watching the Math Hoffa with Tretch like yesterday.
I want to say it's August 6th, or I gotta get the date, but August, I just did the deal memo the other day, but I'm opening up for Tretch. I've opened up for Naughty by Nature before, you know what I'm saying, like a couple years ago at Howard Theater in DC. Shout out to Do It All, that's my brother, you know what I'm saying. Like Jersey, I'm gonna tell you, man, Jersey has showed me so much love throughout the years, and I mean, I know that's home to y'all, you know, that's definitely home to JD Newark, and every time I come out there though, it's always been the utmost respect, love. They break bread with me on a regular. I'm like, yeah, I'm out there, but I'm back out there in August. I'm actually with my team now. We get ready to rehearse like the show, so we could be all ready together for it. But shout out to Tretch, man. Tretch, he was somebody, in my early days of trying to perform. I remember having issues with trying to get shows because as an actor, people don't take you as a rapper just like that. They like, oh, wait a minute, that's Pooh from the Wire. He rapping what? But Naughty by Nature was, that was one of the groups that fought for me to open for them. And after that, it was a trickle effect. I started opening. I'll be opening for everybody. So now, I mean, I always got to show love to them,
Sure. Shout out Naughty by Nature, already Tretch, Uncle Tretch. We're gonna get him up on here too eventually, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So we know you gotta get to work. We gotta get to work. We're gonna wrap this up real quick, man. Like I said, thank you from my heart. Dave, you wanna all right. Got you, my brother. You. We're gonna be talking soon. And stay well. Say what's up to the missus, the kids.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And definitely, like I said, pass it on. Tell Nina I said what's up, and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? We be getting together soon.
Bro. You already know. Thank y'all, man, for everything.
Pleasure. It was a pleasure, man. An honor. All right. We're gonna wrap it up, man. Thanks to our brother Trey for joining us, man, on No Country. Big JD, Big Dave, man. We could wrap it up, man. You got anything else before we drop out?
Nah, I'm good. We all up in here. Y'all already know what it is. No Country. Y'all know what we do. We pushing this rock up the hill. That's what we doing.
And go to your man out right now on We Own This City on HBO Max. If you got it, it's a fire show. Great campaign to Wire. Same batch time. I can't talk. So.
All right, we catch up to y'all. We're
gonna wrap up. Peace.